So, 2 years ago, I went through a relationship that taught me everything about myself that I know today. It challenged me, and it made me want to be the best person that I possibly could be.
Why?
Because it made me know what I didn't want.
So it made you want to be the best person that you could be. Finish that sentence. For who?
For me.
Good.
And in order to do that, I had to walk away from the relationship completely. I had to cut off all communications. I had to stop listening to the opinion that was very strong about me that seemed to be the cause of a problem. And it was with someone who, in my eyes, was suffering from a very strong addiction to negativity, which was manifesting itself in a way that was substance-oriented.
Well, we agree that it is sometimes easier to walk away. It's easier to focus yourself in a good place when there's not someone standing right next to you beating a really negative drum. But then what do you do when the next person is standing there? Walk away from them too?
No. Actually, the new person is fantastic. So the question is my desire really... I've always lived a life of love. I have wonderful mentors from my childhood who created that in me, and I dreamed myself out of Mississippi to New York and got to the New York City Ballet, and really have had a fantastic time. And this particular relationship sort of dropped me out of the sky because I didn't walk into it really wanting it. I just allowed it to happen, and it sort of created this turmoil for me. So then I cleaned it all up, and now what I really would like to do is be in contact with that person.
Why?
I have this sensation that I would like to be able to flow to them, or to... I keep thinking, when is the right place to maybe... Because I love them.
When you're in the vortex and you're looking at anything, that is a normal response. In other words, if you're really tuned into who you are, then the way you feel about whatever is your object of attention is the way the source within you feels about it. But we want to walk back through this scenario just a little bit. So from your explanation, you had a tumultuous experience where you put a lot into your vortex, and you found that you could not really rendezvous with what you'd put into your vortex until you really withdrew your attention from what was preventing you from being in the vortex. Is that an accurate statement?
Yes.
And you found that by walking away completely, that you were able to find vibrational alignment with who you really are.
Almost immediately.
And as you found vibrational alignment with who you really are, it feels exhilarating, and now you're so tuned to the wanted aspects of everything, because you're in sync with who you really are, that now you're beginning to turn your attention back to something that formerly took you out of the vortex. But now it's not taking you out of the vortex when you give your attention to it.
No.
So the question, and this is the most significant way of, in a short period of time, getting to the core of what's percolating within you. Do you believe that your desire to interact with that person again is because you believe that in doing so you will feel better still? Or is your desire to interact with them about showing them how easy it is and how much better it is to feel good? What do you think your reason is? Is it to enhance the alignment that you have rediscovered, or is it to introduce that alignment to the other person? Is it a rescue mission?
No. It was at one time, but it is not anymore.
So describe that to us just a little bit, briefly.
The reason that I want to do this? I think it's because
as we feel your vibration about this, every reason that is surfacing around that is an out of the vortex reason. In other words,
well, this is I've known that. I mean, I know that, and when the thought comes to me, but I think then, why do I seem to really want it?
Well, what you really want is alignment with who you are, and a lot of who you became as a result of that relationship. That relationship was what caused you to put into your vortex what you've put there, and now you've rendezvoused with what you've put there. And it's logical that those that helped you become it are tied to it in some way. But we want you to understand that what you're craving, what you're reaching for, this desire that keeps welling up within you, is about more and more complete alignment with who you are. It's not about going back and reworking that. Really, it isn't.
Okay. I mean, I feel that. I just had to come in front of you and ask.
Be easy about it, and as you feel appreciation and only appreciation about all those parts that helped you to become this, and then you just keep reaching for this alignment as you're inside the vortex, there is a possibility that this other may come and you may rendezvous there. But if you go outside your vortex for the rendezvous, you lose ground, you don't gain ground, and at this point you'd be outside. Good time for a segment of lunch.